Okay, been working on LaPointe's trophy gobbler here. Okay, and like I said, this thing is very cold still, which is great. Okay, so I got this thing opened up. You guys can see that. And there it's open up on the sides. Okay, the next thing we need to encounter is we need to take our scalpel and just cut straight across here. There'll be this little fascia or skin, if you will, okay, over here. Then what we're going to do, that'll allow us to start popping out our leg joint, okay. The thigh area, this really, when it's warm, it skins like a banana. This whole turkey, I'd have 15 minutes, bang, you know, with the heads off and in my freezer for the freeze dryer pile. And I mean, if it's nice and warm, 15-20 minutes if I'm having a cup of coffee. So not a big thing. I've skinned out mounted hundreds of gobblers, so not a big deal. It's a big deal if you make it a big deal. It's really not that much. Some people use a leg to leg incision. Quite personally, I like to make a long cut. You don't need to just make a little, you know, 10-inch cut across the bird and then try to fighten it to get the whole thing skinned out. This thing I could sew a gobbler up in 10 minutes if I'm slow. I mean, really, it doesn't take any time at all. So why fight it the whole way? Okay, so we got some tissue here. We'll make a little cut. Okay. Now what our goal is, we want to make sure we're close to this vent area and try to work the skin down, okay? Because now we're in this area here where if we make a wrong move, it's going to put extra, you can see over here, extra strain on this skin, and of course it's going to want to rip it. Now keep in mind, this is a bird skin. It's not a whitetail cape or anything like that, so just be mindful that it is a turkey. It is a bird. It's a big bird, but it will rip, trust me. Alright, so I'm trying to make a little bit of relief right here for this skin, okay? Just so I'm taking some pressure off of this. Now, our next point here, again, it's still somewhat frozen, or this would peel just like a banana right here, okay? But what we want to do is work this skin down, work your fingers through here, under this drumstick, and work that skin down. So, okay, that's what you want to do. What we can do now, though, at this point, again, I'm kind of fighting it a little bit because it's a little frozen. So I'm taking my time. Okay, now, this is the knee joint right here, okay? If you're not familiar where it's at, just work your knee joint. And I'll show you where it's at, okay? We need to make a cut right about here. Let me take a guess. I don't know. I've only done this a couple times. So we'll take a little educated guess where it's at. Sometimes I'm a 1/4 inch off. Look at that. Wow. Right there. What do you know? I'd rather be lucky than good any day. Alright. Alright. It helps to skin out a few or a few hundred. That helps. Alright. There we go. So, nope, we're good. I'm just working the skin down. I'm just being careful, Jay, because I'm taking my time with it. I would have had 3 of these birds skinned out by now, but since it's a little frozen, I'm just taking my time. Alright, so if you're slow like some of my friends, like say, Mr. Fiddler over in Wisconsin, Adam Fiddler. If you're slow like one of them Wisconsin boys, you have to slow down a little bit. Show these guys how to do this. He knows I'm just playing. He's a practical jokester. So, alright. Alright, so what I'm doing here is, you can see it's almost separated. We're going to leave the thigh area here attached to the turkey, to the meat, if you will. Okay, and I'm going to keep going here. Now, at this point here, it pays to have little snips, and you'll see why. There'll be some tendons and some stuff that's hard to cut through here. Okay, and again, the goal is not to put any extra holes in this thing. Obviously, Jay's boy did a fine job and put enough holes in this thing's head. So, okay, you can see how I worked my finger right through there. Okay, now my finger's frozen, but gonna cut up. Here we go. Okay, that frees our drumstick. So now, later on, we could clean this up and might be able to have Mama make you some soup, but you don't want to gnaw off on that thing like it's some KFC or something, because it's gonna be nothing but tendons. And okay, so I'm going to get the other leg skinned off camera. We'll catch up to you in a few.